Wolverines edition. I'm your host, Mikey P.
I am your co-host, the real Jabril.
Here comes the dab, the double, triple
Man, I
dab.
haven't seen y'all.
David Bradford.
We haven't seen
Michigan
each other
man
in so
Dan.
long.
How you doing, guys? And of course, y'all know
What's
Fritz.
up? Mr. Weaves, man.
Mr. Weaves.
I
We
hope,
missed you,
I hope
Mr.
to
Weaves.
see you tomorrow.
Missed you,
Mr.
Mr. Weaves.
Weaves.
Yeah,
I
we're
hope to
we're
see
trying to
you.
figure out where we're going to go tomorrow. Anyways, this is Fan Nation Army Michigan edition. This is your Michigan upcap. We postponed from our weekly upcap on Wednesdays to give you this super special Orange Bowl pep rally edition for the upcoming beatdown of Florida State. That's going to occur tomorrow night. Hey, how you doing, Melissa?
What's up, Melissa?
Melissa and Jeff. So glad you guys are all in the house. Welcome all you live viewers. Welcome all the replay viewers who will be watching live in the future, unless those people are watching Rogue One for the 12th time. Rest in peace, Princess Leia.
R.I.P. FSU
R.I.P.
offensive line.
What?
Where's
R.I.P.
Diva?
FSU. Diva's here. Diva's
here.
behind the camera. She's making us all work,
She's making us look good.
including all the YouTube folks. The
What's up, YouTube?
quick plug, if you find this at all entertaining, please share. Sharing is caring, and we'll guarantee that Najee Harris out of Antioch, California comes and commits. I guarantee that. If they share and retweet
Is he
this.
out in California?
He's Antioch, California, yeah. Number one running back in the country, which Kareem Walker, number one running back last year, apparently doing good things in practice.
Yeah,
I've
I mean,
heard.
he's getting his grades together.
Getting his grades up, becoming a Michigan man. Took him a little while, but
Man, if
you
we
know,
get back-to-back number one running backs.
they're going to be stacked. And we'll talk all about that. Hey, Hanockers. All right, today's format, we going bowling. Everybody knows we bowling for oranges. Strike. Ooh, I like that.
Like that. I just felt
Go
it, so
blue.
I felt like I had
Go
to say
Blue,
it.
Hanockers. We're going to do a little Seminole preview, and then what did Santa bring us for commitments this year? We'll talk a little
Man,
bit about
talk
that.
about December.
December was a great month. I had a great, well, except for, you know,
I mean, it's still December, but
yes, except for me going to Detroit and freezing my butt off. But it was,
part of December.
it's part of December, but it was, you know, my blood's thinned out now. I'm a little bit of a wuss. Bit of a
spoiled.
wuss.
We call it spoiled.
Bit of a
Living
wuss.
on
What's
the
up?
West Coast for so long.
Todd,
He gets back- he
we're
gets
still
back
trying to figure
east.
it out, Todd.
Don't
It's
know how to act.
probably going to be at Q's tomorrow in Westwood. All right, folks, let's get in touch with our feelings. How did we feel about this year, this program in general, getting up to this point? 10-2 for Team 137 after a 9-3 year. Could have been worse. You could have been eating chili in Ohio. Oh, Mr. Weaves, you took a shot at Jabril.
What did he say?
He said you could have been eating chili in Ohio. It could have been worse.
Hey, you know what? Mr. Weaves, I could have been eating chili on mine, and that would have been terrible.
That
That would have been really bad
compared to Christmas in Los
compared to
Angeles.
Christmas in Los Angeles.
My feelings.
So, Mr. Weaves, yeah.
Let's hear your feelings. What did you think about this year? I'm going to tell you,
How'd you
are we
feel?
disappointed? Are we not disappointed? I'm going to tell you this. Okay. I'm not disappointed.
Not
I am, I feel like we are kind of back in the national conversation, and it's taken a
We're
while
here.
to do that. And you had the struggles of the coaching changes. You went through all of that to bring this program up. You were a rock foundation upon which our success now was, the success we're seeing now was built.
No, you gotta have pioneers.
You got to have pioneers. You were a pioneer. So hats off to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But you know,
But I'm not disappointed.
I'm not either. I mean, you look at the games we won. We beat State.
Yep.
We
Hope
got
for the
Paul,
future.
We got Paul Bunyan back, and Harbaugh kept his promise. He sent everybody a little Paul Bunyan
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That's
for
awesome.
Christmas. But yeah, I'm not.
I agree. So, like they're saying, I mean, the Ohio State loss was bitter.
That still hurts.
It hurts. It stings. We
gonna
had
hurt
it,
all
had it in
off
our
season. It's
grasp
gonna hurt.
and let it go. But I think with 2 consecutive years of excellence or relative excellence, I think we're knocking on the door now, and that's what I really feel. I really feel we're knocking on the door now. If we don't, if we don't get to that playoff next year and next year after that, if we're not like right there, maybe I'll be disappointed. But I think in 2 years bringing this up, I'm okay.
Next
I'm okay.
year, I need us to make it to the playoffs.
Yes.
I need us to, win those Iowas. I need us to win those Ohio's. I need
Iowa.
that. I need that. I can't act like I don't need it.
Iowa, so this and New Year's Six Bowl, not bad. I mean, that puts us in the conversation.
But we've been there, and
Hey, Devin, welcome. First day on Periscope.
2
Devin
years
Sutter.
ago we had Brady Joke.
Just keep it in perspective. 2 years ago, we had
know?
Brady Joke. Be careful. He played for him.
I did
recruited,
play for him.
and played.
But
Loves
he
him.
was a little
He was
a
look.
little old school in this.
It was a little old school. What's your expectations for Rashawn? Oh,
For the Gary,
so many.
I like Gary.
Chris Wormley talked a lot about him and said that he looks forward to seeing what Rashawn does. Ceilings.
Yeah,
Sky's the
he's
ceiling.
he was a freshman, this year, and he flashed across the screen,
Yep.
and made plays. So, I expect only big things from him. I expect him to live up to being the number one recruit, and I think he's gonna have more attention
We are at
on
Rocco's
him
Tavern, Studio City.
than Davion Clowney has.
Oh yeah. Look, Gary's got a great first step. I think he played. How do we feel about Najee Harris? We've got Kareem Walker, number one, number two. Running back last year. Najee Harris, a beast himself. We've got a stocked, and you're skipping right to the end of this. We've got a stocked team on running back with Isaac, Karan Higdon, Chris Evans. For next year,
is crazy.
Drake Johnson might
Last
even
time
come
I
back.
told you, when I went to a game, I was on the field, on the sideline.
Juice. This is apple juice.
And I looked at the running backs warming up, and it was literally
Apple
1/3 of the team
Really?
running back.
All
So
running
it
back.
was
Well,
crazy.
Khalid's coming back, so take away even more touchdown potential.
Khalid
touchdown
next year, I
carries.
expect to have at least 23 touchdowns.
You think so?
Look at the guy.
That's like
every
2
year,
touchdowns a game.
Every year, he's getting more touchdowns.
Yes. Well, it's because he didn't do anything last year. He didn't have any
Every
chances.
year,
Those huge seats
gaining
make Jay look
power.
like he hasn't been doing money push-ups. I asked him. I think he's lost a
we're
little
still.
weight
Hold
since
on.
Ohio State.
Don't let the big shirt fool you. It's a big shirt right here.
All right,
I
so
ain't got
feelings.
The fitted,
The fitted Salvation Army jacket.
That is a tailor-made Salvation Army.
I'm surprised it fit me, but I grabbed it when I saw it. So feelings, I'm okay with it. Play calling, I'm okay with, although it got stale toward the end.
It did. It was stale.
And the pep
I
cat, you can't be
expected
doing
more
it.
in the Ohio game.
Thank you for
play
laughing
calling.
at the jacket, by the way.
Play calling, I
saw who
expected
that
more
was. I did see
diversity.
who that was.
I expected more trick plays, maybe, to get us just that touchdown that we needed. I didn't really get that.
I think that that pep cat, wildcat, that you got to mix things up a little bit more.
Peppers-
Maybe it was a spade issue.
After seeing Dontari Poe throw the ball for a touchdown,
Yes,
come on,
Yeah.
come on, Harbaugh,
exactly.
give me that.
And what's his face? The Nadani from Nadi from the defensive tackle from Florida State. He saw that too, and he thinks that he's going to score in the Orange Bowl. Come on! Feinbaum sucks.
They did it.
Perfunctory Feinbaum sucks. Got to have that. So playing in the bowl game as a senior. We're going to get to FSU in a second. Playing in the bowl game as a senior, even as a junior. Let's go back to junior because right now. A lot of the young kids are getting a lot of experience with the bowl practice, and they're pushing their seniors. They're pushing the people ahead of them like Kugler and Dawson, all this kind of stuff. You as a junior, did you feel pushed by the young ones, knowing that you've got one more year left and you're going to suck up as much practice as you can right here?
You know what? Bowl practice is a very delicate thing because. You realizing it's the last practice, not only for the seniors, but for you until next year.
Right.
You're realizing it's the last game. And if you want to look at it even deeper, you don't know, if you're going to get hurt in practice or you don't know what's going to happen. So it's your last everything,
right?
In that moment. And, the seniors really make it aware and make you conscious that this is our last go-around. It gets real emotional because you never know when you're going to touch base with those seniors again, and coaches, especially if you had a rough year like the year I had my freshman year with Coach Rich Rodriguez, where we didn't know if anybody on the coaching staff was coming back. Strength coach, head coach, defensive line coach, and these are the coaches that recruited you.
Right.
So, in this situation, you have more stability. But for the seniors and the juniors that's leaving early, it's very emotional and but this is a fun bowl game because, winning the Sugar Bowl,
we'll come right there.
Being in a big-time bowl game like the Sugar Bowl, BCS, a lot of attention, it's no better feeling than, all that hard work still paying off, even though you took a couple stumbles. Still paying off for a great bowl game. And not to mention the gifts.
And the gifts? There's
gift
gifts?
suites. You're talking PS4s, You're talking watches. You're talking Beats by Dre. You're talking credit cards. You're talking Best Buy stuff. You're talking, what do you like? You like couches. We're talking couches.
I got
Lazy
couches.
boys.
I could get couches.
Lazy boys, where you can charge your little knickknacks, your little iPhones, and
why aren't we
whatnot.
doing the show at your house then with all that?
I don't have all that. I don't have all that. But the thing about bowl gifts, they kind of disappear. I don't know.
In Miami, how much partying?
They don't make it through 4 years of college. Somebody ends up walking in, you end up selling it to someone or whatever. But
so as a senior then, and we'll talk wide receivers, I got some thoughts on that, we'll get to that. But as a senior, okay, and this is your last group of practicing, last chance to either play with your buddies who are graduating too, or mold some young minds and tell Rashawn Gary what he needs to be doing and to lead this team next year.
yeah.
I mean, was it emotional? Was it,
Emotional,
were you just like, I got a game, I just want to get to the game?
No, it's emotional, especially
gift packages.
practice is definitely emotional.
Easy cover.
You start to
7
get
points.
a little bit more ruthless to the coaches. They can't really tell you too much.
Oh, you start sassing back.
You sass back. That's when you let it go. What did you say? Huh?
But in a loving manner, like.
Nah, not loving at all.
No, not loving. Okay,
This is a lot of. This
I'll
time
shut
to get
up.
the steam off.
I'll shut up.
So I'm gonna let you know how I really feel. But it's in a nice way.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a lot of emotion going on there. Chris Wormley and Glasgow and all those leaders on the defensive line and the
I want to know
secondary.
the
Jordan Lewis.
coolest thing you got in a bowl package.
Coolest thing I got.
Well, I've heard PS4,
Definitely the bowl
PS4s
ring.
and the Lazy
The
Boy.
bowl ring, hands down. Chill, I'm gonna
Sugar
wear
Bowl.
it. I'm gonna
You
wear
got
it.
Sugar
I'm
Bowl,
gonna wear
yeah.
it. I'm gonna
Bring
wear it.
Sugar
I'm gonna
Bowl.
wear it tomorrow.
He's got a New Year's 6 bowl ring
I'm gonna rock it
championship.
tomorrow. It's on the pinky ring.
Beat
too.
Virginia Tech. No, wait, who did we? Yeah. We
It's
beat
on the
Va
pinky
Tech.
ring. Yeah, we beat those guys. Virginia Tech. Yeah, bowl ring. Also, we got these cool Lazy Boy couches for the Sugar Bowl.
Wait,
the bigger the bowl, you get the bigger.
You
bigger
get, I mean, they shipped you a couch? I mean, did you bring
At
it back on
Schembecker.
a plane?
At Schembecker in Ann Arbor. So you walk in our indoor facility, it's the gift suite, they set it up.
Wow.
So
Because
you're
I'm
talking
thinking,
Lazy Boys.
kind of hard to
couches,
put that in a
headphones.
carry-on to bring it back. From,
No, they ship it.
Huh.
So you pick what color you want. You get all types of colors.
That's right, we do beat
watches.
Florida teams.
And they also make good for Christmas gifts. So you get a certain amount of points.
I don't know what you
So
get
you
for
get
a
like
national championship.
1,000 points, and headphones
This
would be
is
worth
sick.
like 500, or
That's-
couches would be worth like 250.
Really?
So
All right. I should have done that. So let's see. Pardon my hand there. Something popped up on the screen unexpectedly. What do you get for a national championship? Somebody wondered. I'm curious.
national
too.
championship, this is the thing. So BCS and national championship, it's all the same gift style. NCAA only allows every bowl
Go blue.
to give a certain amount. So the guys that are going to the playoffs, I don't know how that works exactly, but I'm assuming that they get twice as many gifts.
2 couches.
So if you see
You can bring your
players
friends over.
with different kind of headphones, it's because they earned it, people. Don't think they did anything illegal to get it. They earned that.
I earned that. Hope the suck guys don't get shit. They'll pawn him off like they pawn everything off. Exactly. Alrighty, folks. That was our feelings section of the broadcast. Let's talk about all of this leading up to love seat instead of a lazy boy. Francois will take a beating tomorrow. Let's talk about Francois and his beating tomorrow. Now we're going to go segue right into, because the producer Cats told me to, right into our preview. Tough opponent for a bowl game, Florida State. Unlike Florida last year, who we beat like a rented mule. Carr, Edwards, Hart, when they beat Thibault, yes. We beat Florida pretty well generally. But the Seminoles actually have an offense this year. And
They got a running back.
on a shotgun
They got a
spread to
quarterback.
run, they've got Dalvin Cook. And he's probably the best.
Running back in the draft.
One of the best. I mean, if Leonard Fournette is hurt, he's the best. If Fournette's healthy, he's 1A behind Fournette.
I'm taking Baker over Fournette.
What?
I'm taking Baker over Fournette.
You thinking taking Baker? Who?
Baker.
Baker. Who's Baker? The running back?
What's the guy's name for Florida State?
Oh, Dalvin Cook.
Cook.
Baker
Cook. Baker
His last
Cook.
name was Cook, so you went with another
Baker Cook, whatever,
food culinary
Same
expert.
thing. I'm taking the cook. I'm taking the
Dalvin
chef.
Cook. He's pretty damn good. 1,600 yards, 18 touchdowns. It's like Danger Will Robinson. Akram Wadley for Iowa. Just make him bigger and able to hit the holes more, and he blows through. Haven't heard about him before. No, if you haven't, if you don't know, if you want to know a little bit about Florida State, look up if you have Showtime. There's
They got a series.
season with, the season with, or a season with, and they follow Florida State
Mr.
this year.
Weeds on 55 koozies.
Diva's here. Diva's right around. You'd have to turn these around. We don't do 360 cameras yet. Haven't made any money at this. But a season with follows Florida State this year. Tell you all you need to know about Florida State. But Dalvin Cook is a beast.
Jim, I agree. Cook will be the best back Michigan sees this season.
Absolutely.
Actually, that running back from Iowa, I mean.
Acom Wadley was good. We bottled up Ohio. Saquon Barkley we bottled up. But Cook he's a beast, and he's only a junior.
But I've seen Cook get shut down a lot of times.
Well, weirdly, Don Brown came from Boston College. Boston
ACC.
College played Florida State twice.
They played him really good.
In the last couple, obviously played Florida State every year, but he's seen Dalvin Cook twice now, as a freshman and as a sophomore. So
Crazy how that works, man.
Much better analyst than Jabril. Sorry. We are ranking our analysis here.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Somebody said I think you're the better analyst. I need that gnome. Now they want to take my gnome? What are people doing here?
Oh, he's been chilling right here. I haven't even noticed.
Fritz, you didn't even notice Fritz in the middle of this? So yeah, Dalvin Cook is danger man, best back we faced. Quarterback DeAndre Francois, a redshirt freshman. Again, check out that Showtime series.
Tough.
Talks about how he got his job.
Tough guy.
Speedster, he's a running quarterback. A few sweeps to the edge, but he'll bolt up the middle like J.T. Barrett does when our pocket collapses and goes outside.
He's a tough guy. I think
got the stats.
I think him running against our defense, he's going to get hurt.
Looking at Q's, right? We still got a shot at the Parlor, but maybe looking at Q's. Parlor is going to be showing the UFC, so that wasn't fun last time. Q's is showing the UFC, but they may have a Michigan area.
Ooh, Ronda.
What? Oh no, Diva's going to choke you out.
We got some Ronda. What do you guys call the Rondas? What's her? What do they call the Ronda fan?
Ronda Rouseyers? I don't know, but she's a Rousey fan. Diva's a Ronda Rousey fan, and she will choke anybody out who talks. It's the gnome or the Melissa. You're blackmailing me for the gnome or the You must have pictures on me for taking one of these things.
Wowzers.
All right, so quarterback, spread run quarterback, and he's got an NFL arm and strength. Thrown for 3,000 yards, 18 touchdowns, but not as accurate. So
what does that mean when you got an NFL D-line coming down your pipe?
That's right.
What does that mean?
And this is
what does that mean?
It means, are you shooting?
If you got an NFL arm and you got an NFL D-line coming down your pipe, what do you get? Add them up.
J.J. Watt sacking Matthew Stafford.
You get Chris Wormley in your face. You get Taco Charlton in your face. You get Maurice Hurst. You get Ryan Glasgow coming down your pipe.
In your face!
And Rashad.
In your face. Armbar submission, Mr. The Diva says armbar submission every time Ronda. That's because generally that's how she wins. The offensive line Florida offensive line is decent. In the run game, and that's how Cook's got most of his yardage. They open up holes pretty well. They're big, and their tight ends and their fullbacks will pull and smack some people in the mouth. But on a pass play, they're terrible.
Yeah,
they've got one guy that grades well in passing, and everybody else is a negative. Yeah, negative grading from pro football.
I see us blowing them out. I don't see. We gotta talk. We gotta talk these guys up. Okay.
Yeah.
We gotta talk them up. This is our job. This is what NBC is paying us. This is what we gotta do.
You know something I don't know?
But honestly,
when did you get that letter?
But honestly,
nobody's informed me. I haven't seen no check.
But honestly, let's keep it real.
It's a cover.
We're going to destroy them.
I think Wormley and Charles. I think Taco and Chris are going to have a field day. Rashawn's going to get some. I'd love to see Monet. I'd like to see Brian Monet.
I want to see Monet. Yeah.
I'd love to see him
I want to see Monet
get some explosion.
Have some draft.
And
talk
Maurice. If
Hurst is coming back.
Well, if our edges kind of get some double teams around the edge, make some running backs come chip off. I think Hurst will beat anybody one-on-one.
Oh yeah.
He's going to beat anybody one-on-one.
His verse is second to none in the nation.
Can't practice in Florida anymore. Are you talking about IMG stuff?
IMG.
So I think we got a good good shot to shut down passing game. They just got to keep Dalvin Cook off the edges. That's my biggest fear because we've seen.
I like Jabril Peppers coming down on him.
I think he's coming down on him.
Lewis coming down.
But Lewis and Strib have had trouble tackling in space. Okay, I know we're hyping up ourselves, but they've had some trouble tackling in space. That I think, and I wrote down, that's my key point. If they can tackle on the edge and keep him from the big plays, he's got more, tied for second or third most 70-yard runs in the country. Keep him bottled up. That's it. Game over.
All I gotta say
good with
is,
you there.
any team that loses to Louisville, the way they lost to Louisville,
they lost to Lamar Jackson running for 4
and
touchdowns.
Lamar Jackson lost to who? Houston.
Okay, well, the transitive property.
Our defensive line is 20 times better than Houston. Our blitz package
That's true.
are 30 times better than Houston's.
Well, if you do want a comparison.
Our secondary is 100 times better than Houston.
100.
You see you see what I just did there?
You just multiplied the math. A logarithm. That's logarithmic math. Look it up, kids.
Long division.
Look it up, kids. Logarithmic
division.
math. Exactly. Hundreds.
Multiply, divide.
Um, FSU defense. All right, let's talk it. Peppers will put on the best show we've seen. He better. He's got to. This is the time to do it. And he's playing, which is, you want to go into that debate?
Let's go into that debate.
Play, don't play. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette sitting out because they don't want to get hurt and they want to preserve their draft stock. If Peppers is playing, does that mean that
he's staying?
He's staying?
I think he's staying. I don't think he should leave just yet. I think when you're in a position like Jabril Peppers is, staying is the best choice because you know that you're going. The whole world knows that you're going to get drafted in the first round. We know this. This is a known fact. Even if you get hurt, you're going to get drafted. So stay, take classes that are going to show you how to manage your money, how to make sure that you have the right people and the right team around you. That way, you're prepared even more than a guy who's just going out to
get
the
that
NFL
ring.
and blah, blah, blah. And stay in college and be a kid. You're going to get this money. You're going to get millions of dollars. But stay, be a kid, enjoy college, embrace it, take it all in because you're never going to get it back.
Good point, Jim. I think, his mama doesn't want him to get his degree, but I will tell you this. I've said this before. You can go back to school after you get your degree. You don't have to. And if you're smart enough, if you've been indoctrinated enough by Michigan, by Jim Harbaugh, you will come back and get that degree. Athletes are getting smarter and smarter and smarter. They understand that there's value there. But go ahead. It's hard to. I get it. It's not going to be easy to do that after if you've made your millions.
It's like laying down after a hard day of work.
True.
You're like, okay, I'm gonna. You got your mindset of, hey, I'm gonna fold those clothes. True. Just let me lay down.
Another point. Somebody made another point, and I hate to say it because I never like giving props to Mr. Weaves. Just kidding, but I'm kidding. But you were saying he's got to prove himself at a position. He's projected as a top 10 pick anyways, just for the athleticism.
But some got him.
And they'll fit him somewhere. They'll fit him somewhere in that hybrid nickelback that NFL defenses are using almost on a every down basis nowadays. So he's got the athleticism, but he hasn't proven himself really at any one position. As a linebacker, he's stuffed a lot. But
I feel like he still has things to prove to me.
I think so too.
If you want to solidify yourself,
I do think so.
You have to beat Ohio. Period. You just can't leave, man, and have the legacy and not put that check mark. Say, I beat Ohio also.
Right.
So I think he needs to stay.
Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette, fine. As fans and as Michigan people and Michigan men, Michigan fans, we want to believe that these kids are there to play for us, but they're not. I mean, they got a future to look forward to, and as much as we want them to be loyal, they got stuff to look forward to. So I can understand that they need to
prepare for the draft. Themselves. It makes sense to me. I mean, coming out, I can understand if you're playing in a meaningless bowl game. If you're playing in the Wall Street Journal bowl game, don't play. If you're playing in the Starbucks bowl, don't go.
Free coffee.
Free coffee, but hey, don't play if you're going to hurt yourself. I say I support their decision.
Fair enough. All good. Heilprin will keep him Heisman and champ. If he stays, oh lordy, he's got Heisman possible. We didn't talk about our top plays of the year, because this now reminds me. You wanted to talk about our top moments. What were our top moments?
What are the top moments
of our Michigan
2016
games?
Michigan football.
My top moment. Go ahead. Yours is.
My top moment is when Jordan Lewis reached back, caught the interception
Save the world from oblivion.
in Wisconsin.
It's like he caught a meteor.
Ah!
Mine was that props to that one. Mine was the punt return from Jabril Peppers that got called back, where he had to duck under a guy, roll over another one, hurdle a fourth, save a cat from a tree, pull a
Fix some tea, walk the dog, take the garbage out, lock the door.
and then he scored. And it was brilliant.
I was pretty.
So yes, he's got to come back and make that count this time. All right, Florida State defense. We were just rolling into that. Not great. They just put out a Craigslist ad. If you look on Craigslist, Florida State put out an ad for starting safeties. They have none. They've lost 3 safeties this year, and one of them was a converted wide receiver. They're going to have a young secondary. So I think
They have no chance.
They have no chance. If Wilton Spate starts bombing,
He will start.
we're in good shape. Florida, the last game they played against Florida was their last game. They couldn't. Their defensive tackles. Now we're getting to the scary parts of their defense. Their defensive line. They got a first rounder in Walker, DeMarcus Walker, defensive end. He's a Wormley Charlton type. They got a planet-sized sun blocker at defensive tackle in Derek Noddy. Planet-sized. Supposed to be good at rushing the passer. There you go.
Is he the size of Pluto or Uranus or Jupiter or Mars?
He's not the size of Uranus.
When you're talking planets, you got is he a dwarf planet?
He's a dwarf.
He's a dwarf planet.
What are you bringing out the astronomy?
Oh,
He's a dwarf. He's a dwarf star.
Label
He's a
the
dwarf
guy
star.
as a planet.
He's a dwarf star.
He's a dwarf.
Labeled the guy. So they have Jim. You got it. They said there's a good run. They got a great rushing line. They rush the passer well. DeMarcus Walker, 15 sacks. He's going to be a first rounder, and but that's it. So I think it's on Cole and Braden, because this guy lines up all over the place. He lines up both ends. He'll come inside. Cole and Braden hold the edges. Keep Wilton Spate standing up, and I think they're doomed. That's my prediction. Well, that's my hope. I guess it's my wish.
You know,
I wish upon a dwarf star.
I see the dwarf. I see him. He's going to make it a little hard for us to run, but I don't see him moving side to side well enough. And we run the power game, so we're going to double team them all day. We can run away. We can run away from their best player all game.
That's
so I'm
true.
Not worried about
in the SEC, well, they see they're ACC, so they don't see the power game that much.
Don't see that.
No. I mean, you got Georgia Tech running a.
You got Boston
wishbone.
College, but
well, and they're terrible.
yeah.
North Carolina.
How about the Big Ten? Only lost so far in the bowl game. Happened last night. IU.
Who was that? Oh, Indiana. Go Big Ten.
I see us going 7-3.
How did Michigan State do?
I don't think they made it.
They didn't. That's the.
They didn't get invited to
That
the
was
party.
a trick question. They didn't do. So North Carolina, as a pocket passer, their guy Trubisky or whatever, put up.
I'm not scared
538 yards, 405 passing, 3 touchdowns on Florida State. Deshaun Watson racked up 376 yards, and he's not a pure passer. I think we're in good shape. I'm confident about the offense.
Yeah.
I think we just got to keep Dalvin Cook off the edges. So,
Only thing, let's be real. Only thing that Florida State has us beat is that
more juice.
It will be more
Foamy
Seminole
juice.
fans in the stands than Michigan.
3 to 9 reasons why Sparty loses again.
The game will probably
Indy
be
did play well, but they missed
The game,
it. Awesome.
the stadium probably would be 2/3 Florida State.
Well, yeah, and Dalvin Cook grew up 30 minutes away, so he's gonna
Dalvin
have a lot
Cook,
of,
it's a family reunion for Dalvin.
yeah. But
All
I'm
his
good.
grandmas will be there.
So, run game, stop Dalvin Cook, get our passing game going, play action, make them load the box, and then go right over the top because their secondary's weak. And Hammer and Panda. Did you hear about? Did you read the article about
I
your
saw
boy?
the pen. I saw the pen.
You saw Panda?
Yeah.
When?
Well, what do you mean? I saw
Well, there
that.
was an article about Hammer and Panda, Khalid Hill,
Yeah, I saw that.
who got his grandma was a point guard in college.
Oh, I didn't see
and
that.
the whole family has family reunions where they play basketball against each other and beat the crap out of each other.
Wow.
It's because they're all really good athletes.
Oh.
BJJ 50-50 master. Talking about Ryan Hall. Somebody brought up Ryan Hall.
I saw Ryan Hall.
Ryan Hall's on. Ryan Hall Ultimate Fighter, if you're on, I was the lawyer for Ultimate Fighter. We gotta talk.
You gotta talk to him.
And if this is you and you're the 50-50 master, if you were the 50-50 master, you wouldn't say that.
No, I said that.
Okay.
I'm missing
Diva called it that.
What's the 50-50, man?
So 50-50 position in jiu-jitsu is when your kind of legs are kind of intertwined and neither side has an advantage on the other. Kind of like if you were the upper body version would be like a wrestling, like, you know.
It's kind of like that.
Yes. Yeah. So your neither side's got an advantage over the other. Well, okay, this is a family show. You don't need to be.
What do you mean? We're talking about jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah, and then you're like this. Right?
No,
I did that. Actually, I did. So 50-50 is the position in jiu-jitsu where nobody's got the advantage, but there's a guy out there, Ryan Hall.
Stalemate.
But there's a guy out there, Ryan Hall, who can turn it into an advantage and just rip your leg off. He's really good.
50-50 match.
All right, folks. So that's our predictions on. That's my thoughts on how the game's going to go. Predictions, score, roll.
55.
What?
7.
You picked 55 because that's your number.
It's not my number anymore.
It will always be your number. Diva said that will always be your number.
All right, you say so.
All right. If we limit Cook, rattle Francois. No third quarter malaise where Florida State outscores outscores opponents 135-51 in the third quarter. 35-17 I see. 51-27 I see. All right.
Jumbo Fisher, though, he is a good play caller. Right?
Oh, now you're going to change from
I'm not changing
55-7?
anything. I still give him 7 points.
But you can't update later. That's not allowed. Diva, what do you got, Diva?
49-21.
Diva says 49-21, close to Jeff. I'm going.
I can see that.
I'm going around 30. I'm going around like 37, 38. Let's say 38-24, Michigan.
Why not 37?
Because I'm trying to figure out how we could get to 37. It's like too many field goals.
I'm saying 35, 34, 35, 37, 38.
So this Jabril that showed up today is now giving me shit. I love it. Where did
38,
the other one?
37,
Where did the other one
I
go?
don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Love it. That would be fun. 51-40. No, that's too. Paul and Boats. That's too close. You're giving me a heart attack. I don't want a heart attack during this tomorrow.
51-49.
I want to be singing "Sweet Caroline" by the end of the third quarter and not having to worry about this game. But pundits are calling this. Michigan's only a 7-point favorite. Pundits are calling it a matchup of experience versus talent. Michigan experience versus Florida State talent. And exactly, it means we have no talent. Some rankings have us like one spot behind Florida State in the blue chip, however their blue chip rankings
because
are.
Florida State, they get all these top recruits.
Do not need to see our panic button.
Right.
But yeah, we have 18 of 22 starters are seniors, but I think that's going to help us. I think we rattle Francois, and that's the end of that.
I think we knocked Francois about the game. How about that?
There you go.
Knocking right back
Smashed
to France.
Alrighty, folks. Well, no, he's got a French name, but I don't think so. Maybe Louisiana. DeAndre Francois.
He's French.
That's that Cajuinish.
We're going to knock him back to Louisiana.
7 touchdowns from Terry.
New
I think
Orleans.
so.
We're going to knock him back to New Orleans.
7 touchdowns? I'll take it. Somebody had asked earlier, let's chat a little bit about where we might look next year.
Francois does take a beating every game. He's going to take one this game.
Take that beating. Crushing skulls. I love it. You guys are very... I love the confidence.
Ready.
You guys are ready.
I don't want to play.
You're ready for tomorrow. And by the way, if you have to leave us tomorrow, 5 o'clock, look for us. We will be doing the Orange Bowl. Jabril and I at a game watch somewhere in Los Angeles.
Orange Bowl Shuffle.
Orange Bowl. What's the Orange Bowl Shuffle?
It means we don't know where we're watching the game at.
No, I thought you were going to do a dance. I want to see the Orange Bowl Shuffle. When he dances, I start bouncing. That's how the massiveness of this man is just making me bounce up. No, you don't, Jabril.
So now I'm massive now.
Massive.
Which one is it? I don't get it.
You lost.
Now I'm looking skinny. Now I'm massive.
You lost a little weight and you thickened out elsewhere, maybe. Go Blue. There we go. So we will be broadcasting the Orange Bowl. So if you have to go, well, let's talk a little bit about next year pretty quick. Coach Saint is here. Coach Saint, how are you doing? How did the kids do? How did the kids do this season? Tell us how your team went.
What's up?
So Michigan had about 15 practices. The Harbaugh jersey's ready for action, ready for a playoff roster. Ready for a playoff roster.
What's up, Facebook? Wait, that's not Facebook.
That's not Facebook. That's YouTube.
YouTube. What's up, YouTube?
So we're going to lose a lot of people. Let's cut to the chase. We're going to lose a lot of people. Somebody asked earlier it's been a while, a team was meh. All right. Build them up for next year. Got to go watch Harbaugh in some open practices and see how he breaks them down and builds them up into soul-crushing dominance. Are they high schools, middle school? I mean, it doesn't matter. You can still crush souls even if you're underage. I'm just saying.
See the baby crush a soul.
Baby crushing souls. Invite got lost
about
in
10
the
babies
mail.
out in the streets of LA crushing souls.
JUCO. They should be crushing souls.
It's a group of about 10 toddlers out walking the streets crushing souls.
Crushing souls.
Beware.
Teach them to be nice, responsible young men in society.
When they put on that wing helmet,
yes.
crush the soul.
Crush the soul. We lose a lot of people. Somebody had asked about wide receivers.
Wide receiver, we're stacked.
We got Mo Ways hadn't played this year.
Don't you know who we just picked up?
Well, we do have a good bunch of good freshmen. We got
That's all that matters.
Donovan people, but do okay? Let's ask you this. You've seen this. All right, you're gonna get your expert jacket on. You've seen this. The true freshman receiver, can they come in and dominate?
I look at that's what Ole Miss has done for the last 4 years.
Laquan Treadwell, yeah.
It's been all true freshman wide receiver. Every receiver is a position where if you're a receiver like Donovan, I mean he's a once in a lifetime talent. I mean
DPJ, Cass Tech.
He's serious.
Yeah.
But then the other two receivers we picked up, I mean
Tariq
these guys.
Tariq Black is a beast. I mean,
They can step up.
They're 6'4". Well, Black's like 6'2". Donovan's like 6'4".
6'2", 6'1".
But they're
But
beasts.
yeah, I mean these are guys who can come in and definitely play with the
Right.
best DBs, and I mean we have enough experience where they can pull them along. But I think this receiving class is definitely gonna make an impact.
And we potentially Nico Collins out of Alabama, another 4 or 5 star borderline guy could come in.
They're good enough where we have the running backs, we have the offensive linemen to go play action, and they would catch the ball.
Well, we may have some issues with Grant Perry getting a little trouble.
They're good enough to catch.
Yeah, they're good enough to catch. Mo Ways and
Mo Ways, watch out for Mo Ways.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to show something. We've got a bunch of slots. We got Eddie McDoom. You got Dylan Crawford, Kekoa Crawford, redshirt freshman Nate Johnson. You got a lot of people, and these guys are going to get a lot of reps here in this bowl practice too, because they're going to have to take over when Chesson, Darbo, and Butt leave. And so I think we're going to be okay. Probably I think we've got running backs. Wide receivers going to have to. They're going to have to use this practice wisely. Offensive line, we're going to have to train some people again.
I don't know. I think we're going to be looking at a better offensive line.
You think so?
I think we're going to be looking at. I mean, we still.
Peoples
Cole's
Jones sees lots of time.
Cole's coming back.
Cole's coming back. Yes.
So
Cole
we're good
is
at
coming
center.
back.
I mean, we get big guy 77 coming back.
Grant Newsome, maybe. JBB, Juwan Bushell-Beatty will be there.
got-
Braden's playing well on left tackle. Then you got Duke, Dawson and Kugler to battle out. And John Runyon Jr., Nate Aluzio. We're good.
Yeah.
We're back. Yes, we
Kalis.
are back next year. We'll be back all
Cal
week.
Kalis is coming back. Right?
No, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done. Kalis, Magnuson, and Ben Braden. Bredesen. Bredesen's going to be at
we're-
left tackle. Yeah.
Isn't
So,
that one?
I think we're going to chip
Isn't
in.
that one actor?
Recruiting's been good. I don't know who that actor is.
He played
In Los Angeles, when you're at a red leather booth, you see actors every day. Is that Mark
You know
Hamill?
what I'm talking about? He's that one actor.
There's only one?
I think he played in Taken, maybe.
Oh, Liam Neeson? That's
Oh,
not-
no.
Alrighty, folks. I think we're going to be in good shape. We'll let you guys go and get ready for Orange Bowl tomorrow.
The Orange Bowl Shuffle.
Orange Bowl Shuffle. We'll figure out what we're going to, but we will be broadcasting live tomorrow.
Make it rain, Hearts.
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. A little pregame. Show up a little bit early.
Give me
It's
some
Toby from The Office. No!
Give me some hearts.
No, not Toby. Give us some hearts.
Yeah, I see you. Who's that?
What are
Who's
you
that?
tapping at?
I'm just tapping the hearts.
The YouTube people don't know what you're talking about.
Tapping at the hearts. Give me some hearts.
Oh, if
YouTube.
you FSU will get obliterated. Go Blue. We will see you guys tomorrow live for Fan Nation Army Wolverines edition. And Jabril and I will just going to walk you through it as we enjoy the beatdown.
Beatdown, bro.
Michigan is 1-1 against Florida State. Lost to Amp Lee and Terrell Buckley in 91 at the Big House. But Jim Harbaugh, 1-0. Let's keep Jim Harbaugh undefeated. Jim Harbaugh played in 86, I think, against a young Deion Sanders.
Oh, quick story.
Quick story.
Long story short, I ran into Matthew McConaughey at the bar.
What? When was this?
Long story short, it's Christmas night. My class. Well, it wasn't Christmas night. What am I talking about? It was like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
My class, my acting class, we had a get together at the bar over where we were that one time.
Okay.
East LA.
Gotcha.
Matthew McConaughey sitting at the bar. Everybody in my class tried to go up to him and talk to him, but he wouldn't talk to him. So I went up to him. I was like, "What's up, Matthew? How you doing? I appreciate your work." Blah blah blah. He was like, "What's up?" So I sat down. We started talking for like 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Thick Texas drawl.
Yeah. So then, towards the end, we started talking about football.
He's a big UT guy.
Yeah, he's a big Texas guy, but he likes Michigan. And he likes what Harbaugh is doing. So we have the support of Matthew McConaughey. So
That's fantastic.
I thought I'd just throw that in there.
I went to the Rose Bowl game that Michigan played Texas in the Rose Bowl 10 years ago, where Vince Young, was playing. He won the national championship Heisman the year after against USC, but he played Michigan in the Rose Bowl, and I think McConaughey was there on the sidelines for UT. But yeah, he's got some Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, he's noticing
Michigan.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
So shout out to MM.
Michigan Wolverines, endorsed and approved by Matthew McConaughey.
He said he's gonna give me a Lincoln, maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
A Lincoln?
That'd been nice.
That bottle of wild turkey? No, you don't drink. So,
I'll give it to you.
I'll take it.
Tag team the benefits of Matthew
As I get
McConaughey.
older, they stay the same age.
I like that little M deal you did there. That's pretty
I
creative.
like that, Jeff.
I see you, JR.
Title, that's brilliant.
Little
All right,
artiste.
folks, we're gonna let you go. Get on with your day. We've jabbered 42 minutes according to Diva. We've jabbered
Shout
long
out to the
enough.
people that stay with us.
Yeah, his commercial is for Lincoln.
And these are not hot dogs behind us, people.
These are not. Where would you get that from? Where did your mind go, kid?
They look like hot dogs.
No, it looks like a.
These are
looks
not.
like a.
These are not hot.
Looks like we're at a steakhouse,
These are not
fancy
hot
steakhouse in Los Angeles. Oh, look, there's Matthew McConaughey. There's Brad Pitt. We're gonna have to go
that
say
guy,
hi.
though, man.
It's that
You ever
guy.
seen Sons of Anarchy? He was the dad whose
Didn't watch
daughter
it.
got kidnapped, head of the church.
I don't know any of this stuff. All I know is we're gonna go say hi to some fancy, famous people, because actually they're clamoring for us. They're asking for us to get done with this so that we can go say hi to them. They need us so bad. All right, folks, go Blue. JB, good to see you again after
See
the
you.
holiday break.
See you tomorrow.
We are back tomorrow, and we're gonna crush Florida State. We own the state of Florida. Oranges are ours.
We own it like we're a bunch of Republicans vying for a position in the office.
Good, I like that one. All right, folks, go Blue. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned. Take care. Hug the kids. Say hi to the family. Skulls will be crushed. I love
your
it.
turn.
Go Blue. See you
Those will be
tomorrow.
crushed. This ain't Halloween, people.